Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Thursday, May 4th, 2023. We had some things change, so we didn't have to travel today, so we went to decide to go ahead and do a show today. But there will not be a show tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday after the day. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. I didn't do what I ended up doing yesterday. I went 4-4. Yeah, I went 4-4 yesterday on my picks. Didn't do good on the basketball game last night. I went 0-2 on that game. I had the 76ers plus 8. I could have had 76ers plus 30 and still not have done no good in that game. And then I had the over the 217 in that game, and of course they didn't get to that either. So went 0-2 in the NBA, and then I went 4-4. I went 4-2 in Major League Baseball yesterday. So I'm pretty good in Major League Baseball, but 4-4 overall.
I think I went 5-1.
I said 4-2 in Major League Baseball. I had a good day in baseball, but
I did good on my hockey picks.
that's not what I wanted. But I struggled on NBA last night. There was only the one game, and
Yeah, I missed that.
like I said, I had 76ers plus 8. I thought so, and I said I thought the Celtics would win the game, but I thought it'd be a close game, and I was wrong. Like I said, I could have took the Sixers plus 30 and still wouldn't have been right the way that game went last night. They just got manhandled by the Celtics last night, and Jason Tatum didn't even have a very good game. But the Sixers, they looked like a totally different team last night than what they did the first game of that series.
Yeah. Did Bede play? He didn't play, did he?
No, he played.
Oh, he did? Why would he play him?
He played, and he played. I
He
mean,
played pretty well?
yeah. I mean, he looked all right. Was moving pretty good and stuff. But yeah, he played. But they didn't. The team didn't play. That was for sure. James Harden, I think, had 12 points or something like that. He had a bad shooting night, and yeah, they just didn't. Which I thought the Celtics would win the series to begin with, so it's not a. Yeah, they just didn't. So it's not. I thought the Celtics would win the series to begin with. So it wasn't a huge surprise, but after the way they played that first game, I thought 76ers would come out and at least be a close game. I didn't think they'd get blown out like that at all. Hey, how's it going? Glenn? Glenn says, good afternoon, guys. Been a great day so far. Won $50 Amazon card this morning. Just won Indy GP tickets. And my horse is running now in in Derby Day at Churchill Downs. They have some horse races today there at Churchill.
Yeah.
He has a horse running right now. Glenn does. But he's had a good day. He won a $50 Amazon card, and he won some Indy GP tickets. So hey, Glenn, you're always winning. You're always winning something. He has those contests figured out or something because he's always he's always winning.
Yep, that's true.
Tonight, don't got a big slate of games. Most you only have like three or four baseball games that haven't started yet. Most baseball games were day games today. You have one NBA game tonight, Lakers and Warriors game 2. But I did write down. I did get a couple picks together for Friday's NBA games and as well, since we're not going to be here on Friday.
I was 4-2, not 5-1.
4-2, still a good day. I was 4-4. Like I said, done good in baseball. Not so much.
While you're getting ready, I'll go ahead and give my Kentucky Derby stuff out real quick.
Okay, yeah.
For Saturday. The horses I like, I really like Angel Empire at 8-1 because of the odds. Tapit Trice 5-1 I like. Of course, Forte is the favorite at 3-1. He could very well win it. If I was going to make a bet, I like Angel Empire. If you're looking for some long shots, I like Verifying 15-1, and I like Madge 15-1. One thing with Tapit Trice at 5-1, I think that's going to go down. Even though I think he has a good chance to win it. I think Angel Empire will stay probably 8-1. Could go to 6 or 7-1. A lot of people think Forte at 3-1 is going to win it. We'll see. But Verifying and Madge both has got good speed, and I think built for the Derby. So you might look at those at longer odds.
The Derby will be what, Saturday?
Saturday, usually around 6:30, I think, maybe for that race.
Yeah, we'll be doing a wrestling show. Well, getting ready to start a wrestling show about that time.
The bigger one, right?
Yep.
And they've got some good matches lined up, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's good. Should be real good. If before we do jump into today's slate of games and stuff, if you missed our interview last night with the owner of WCWO, he's also a professional wrestler himself, Joey Owens, JKO. If you watch our wrestling show, you've seen him a bunch on our intro video saying this the Joey Owens show.
Seen him a lot of the shows we've done.
You've seen him on a lot of shows we've done. We're going to be with WCW at Comic-Con this weekend, and he announced some matches. Actually, I think he announced at least one match for all 9 shows that are going to be this weekend at the Comic-Con. A couple of them announced more than one, but I know the Mike King and Dex Royal match. I think that's on Sunday, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. Congo Kong and Hidari tag teaming together.
Yeah, against the highlight reel, I believe. Rachel and IK3. Yeah. I mean, there's some really, really good matches. I mean, I just named this 3, but I mean, he's got some really great stuff lined up. No Congo Kong, he been around for a long time. He wrestled a pretty big star there at TNA at one time. So, dude's like 6'8", 6'9", probably pushing 350 to 400 pounds. If you've never seen him, he's outstanding.
Oh, yeah, dude's awesome.
And he's going to be there all day Friday, I think.
Was it Friday or all day Saturday?
I thought it was Friday.
I know it was one of them days. He's going to be there all day.
Pretty sure it was Friday.
Let's see. Glenn says that his horse finished 3rd in a dead heat. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start in baseball because I think one of the game. Yeah, because them game. I think that one game's. I think one of the game. No, I didn't pick that game because it was starting so early. So never mind.
There's only like 3 or 4 games, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've all started.
Well, I was going to do the Brewers and I was thinking about doing that Brewers and Rockies game, but I decided not to because it started like at 3:15. But in baseball, some games going on right now. I'll go through those real quick, and then we'll get to today's picks. Angels and Cardinals. Angels are up 11-7, middle of the 7th inning there. Live odds. Angels are 3.5 run favorites, minus 2,000 on the money line. Royals are up 8-6, top of the 5th inning. In that game, live odds for that game right now. Orioles are 2.5 run favorites, minus 480 on the money line. The Royals are plus 330 on the money line. Then you have the Twins and White Sox. White Sox up 2-1, middle of the 6th. Live odds, the White Sox are 1.5 run favorites and minus 310 on the money line. Twins are plus 220 on the money line. Over-unders at 5.5. And then the last game you have going on right now, Brewers and Rockies just started a few minutes ago. It's in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Brewers are up 2-0 over the Rockies already. Live odds on it. Brewers are 2.5 run favorites, minus 330 in the money line. And the Rockies are plus 240 in the money line. And then that brings us to the next game for today. Basically leaves 3 games left to play today. Seattle Mariners at the Oakland Athletics. Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, minus 260 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 215 on the money line. Over under is at 8.5 runs. The Mariners are 14-16 on the season, 7-7 on the road. They have Kirby on the mound tonight, who has a 2.93 ERA. They are 3-2 over their last 5 games. The Mariners are hitting .218 as a team and have a team ERA of 3.45. The Athletics are 6-25 on the season, 3-14 at home. They have Ruzinski on the mound tonight, who has a 4.76 ERA. Athletics are 1-4 over their last 5 games. The Athletics are hitting 224 as a team, so they're hitting a little bit better than the Mariners as a team, but not by much. But the team ERA for the Athletics is 7.45, so their pitching has really been struggling. I like the Mariners here at the -1.5. Then you have the Braves and the Marlins. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites, -108 on the money line. Marlins are -108 in the money line. So this game's basically a pick 'em. Over and unders at 8.5 runs. The Braves are 21-10 on the season, 14-3 on the road. They have Dodd on the mound tonight, who has a 7.71 ERA. The Braves are hitting 260 as a team and have a team ERA at 3.53. The Marlins are 16-15 on the season, 10-8 at home. They have Luzardo on the mound tonight, has a 3.48 ERA. Marlins are hitting 249 as a team, and they have a 4.78 team ERA. I like the Braves on the money line here. The Marlins have the advantage on starting pitching today, but Braves have been hot here, especially their last 9 or 10 games. They've been playing some pretty good baseball, so I'm gonna go with the Braves. I think they're gonna hit the ball. So I like the Braves on the money line. Then the last game of the night in Major League Baseball, you have the Toronto Blue Jays at the Boston Red Sox. Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, -180 on the money line. Red Sox are +152 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5 runs. The Blue Jays are 18-13 on the season, 9-10 on the road. They have Gosman on the mound tonight, who has a 2.33 ERA. The Red Sox are the Blue Jays are hitting 254 as a team, which that's pretty good. And their team ERA is 4.12. The Red Sox are 18-14 on the season, 12-7 at home. They have Bello on the mound. He has an ERA of 6.57. Red Sox are hitting 270.
I think that's a little bit of a surprise. Boston
As a team.
People didn't expect Boston to be that good this year. And they're playing. Again, it's real early. I mean, 270 is a hell of a batting average.
They're hitting 270 as a team. They have a team ERA of 4.93. And the Red Sox have won the first 2 or 3 games of the series against the Blue Jays.
I know.
But I'm picking the Blue Jays. I picked the Blue Jays first game of the series. I haven't picked them the last 2, but I'm picking the Blue Jays today. They have Gosman on the mound. I like the Blue Jays on the money line.
Yep.
So my picks for Major League Baseball today are going to be Mariners -1.5, Braves money line, and the Blue Jays money line.
My Major League Baseball for tonight, I've got Atlanta money line at Miami, Toronto money line at Boston, and Seattle money line at Oakland. That's my picks for the Major League Baseball. I'll go ahead and give my NHL real quick. I've got Florida at Toronto. It's a must-win for Toronto at home. You don't want to lose 2 games at home. Start of the series. So I'm gonna go with the Maple Leafs money line. Same thing for Dallas, Seattle at Dallas. I'm gonna take Dallas at home. They're gonna win this one. I'm gonna go with them money line. 2 must-wins for both those teams.
I watched a lot of that Vegas game last night. That was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
I thought they were going to mess around and lose it.
Well, that one guy scored 4 goals for Edmonton.
Yeah.
He scored all the goals. I seen an interview. A guy for Vegas said.
Let me rephrase it. I didn't see the first period. I watched most of the second period and then like almost all the third.
Yeah.
All the third period.
And it's good stuff. And like the guy for Vegas, one of the players said, the key for them to win this series, they've got a game plan, and the main key is we can't let them get the advantage. We can't give penalties where they have the advantage because they're just so damn good.
And Vegas got a power play last night with a 2-minute power play with a minute left in the game. Yep. So they got to finish the last minute of the game with an advantage. So that really helped them because at that point he was only up by 1. Yep. They ended up getting another goal there at the end.
Like I said, the power play for them for Edmonton is really good. So
that Connor McDavid is just freaking unreal. Yes. I've heard a lot about him. I don't watch a whole lot of hockey, but just watching him play, I was like, okay, now I understand what all the hype is about.
Yeah, he's really good. But that one dude was unconscious last night.
Yeah, he was unconscious last night. But
and, he scored 4 goals and they still lost. So hopefully Vegas can get this next one at home and hopefully maybe get in the driver's seat. But I know Edmonton's tough and have give Vegas fits during this regular season, but like I said, this is the playoffs. So
Yeah, I turned it over after the non-basketball game of an NBA game we had last night. That game was terrible. I watched a little bit of it. Then while we were doing the show last night, me and Jay were doing the show. I was watching I had the hockey game on, watching it. NBA tonight, Game 2, Lakers and Warriors. I think this will be another real good game. First Game 1 was real good. Lakers end up pulling out the win by 3 points. I think the Warriors get the win tonight, but I'll be honest with you, I don't like the spread on this game. We'll get to that. Warriors it's went down to half a point now. Warriors are 6.5 point favorites in this game, minus 280 on the money line. Lakers are plus 230 on the money line. Over under is set at 227. Lakers lead the series 1-0, 4-1 over their last 5. Warriors are 3-2 over their last 5. Warriors were 33-8 at home during the regular season. They've only lost, I think, one home game during the playoffs, and that was just now, the other day. So I like the Warriors to win this game. I don't like the 6.5 points, though, because I think this is going to be another game like the other night, going to come down probably 2-3 points last possession. Because
you might be right, but I think Golden State needs to put it on them tonight. I think they need to send a message and put it on them.
I hope they put it on.
I think that's what they need to do. I think they really do.
But I just think it's going to be a close game. So what I'm going with on this game is the over the 227. They were over that Game 1. I think it'll be over it again. So I like the over the 227 in tonight's NBA game.
Yeah, I'm going the same thing. I'm going the over.
I think, like I said, I do think Warriors win this game. And when I was doing research on these games, it was actually a 7-point game then instead of 6.5.
Yeah.
Hey. And then
hey.
That's the only game in the NBA tonight. Now tomorrow night we have 2 NBA games. And I'm going by what the odds are now. We won't be doing a show on tomorrow, so because we're going to be at the Comic-Con doing commentary for pro wrestling shows tomorrow. But Friday night you have Celtics and Sixers. It'd be the first game on Friday. Celtics are 1.5 point favorites, minus 120 on the money line. The Sixers are plus 102 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 214. In this game, this series is tied 1-1. Celtics 76ers pulled off the upset Game 1 without Embiid. Game 2 last night, Celtics blew out the 76ers. I think the Celtics win this game. I like the Celtics at the minus 1.5. And I also like the over the 214 in this game as well. And then also on Friday night, you have the Denver Nuggets at the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 4-point favorites, minus 174 on the money line. The Nuggets are plus 146 on the money line. Over-unders at 225. This will be Game 3. Nuggets are up 2-0 in this series. They won the first 2 games at home. This will be first game in Phoenix. I like the Nuggets here at the plus 4 in this game. With the Suns, they haven't been able to really figure the Nuggets out in the first 2 games. I know them games was in Denver, but also now for the Suns, there's no Chris Paul. They already are not a real deep team. I already think their bench doesn't put up very many points as it is. I already thought that was going to be the weakness that was going to keep them from beating the Nuggets, or even if they were advancing farther in the playoffs, I should say. So now you're losing Chris Paul. You're losing another piece, an important piece, because he can help facilitate your offense. It's going to put more pressure on Booker and Durant, who have Durant. I mean, he put up 27, 28 points, so he's doing what he's supposed to. Didn't shoot well from 3-point range. Wasn't as efficient as he usually is, so he's going to be more efficient this game. But I like the Nuggets at the plus 4. The over the 227, I was close to taking, but I think the Suns are going to struggle some on offense without Paul. So I'm not going to go with the over. It's actually down to 220. Overs at 225 now. But yeah, I don't like the over in that game. So my picks are tonight in NBA: Warriors over 227. Friday NBA games: Celtics minus 1.5 over 214, and the Nuggets +4. And then on Saturday, you have another NBA game. I'll go ahead. I'm gonna give a pick out for that as well, since this will be our last show of the week until Monday. You have Knicks and Heat. The Heat are 3.5 point favorites, minus 164 on the money line. The Knicks are plus 138 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 208.5. I like this series is tied 1-1. Heat won game 1, Knicks won game 2. Of course, they didn't have Jimmy Butler, or the Heat didn't. I still think the Knicks win this series. That's who I'd picked at the beginning. I like the Knicks at the plus 3.5 on a Saturday night, and also like the over the 208.5 in that game. And let's see. Glenn says, "Hell, our bench can beat the Suns bench. It's not going to work out for them." No, I agree, Glenn. Hey, how's it going, Billy? Good afternoon. So for the NBA tonight, Warriors over 227 is my pick. Friday night, I like the Celtics minus 1.5, and I like the over the 214. And then I also like the Nuggets +4 against the Suns. It kind of surprised me that the Nuggets are underdogs. I know the game. I know it's back in Phoenix, but Phoenix also lost Chris Paul.
He's
so
sounds like he's done.
He's done for at least 3 games. From what I heard, think they said they've already ruled him out for like game 3, 4, and 5. So if the series goes that long, I think it's going to go 5 games. I do think the Suns win a game, but I think it'll be game 4 that they're going to win. I know Jay thinks Jay's been saying the whole time it's going to be a sweep, so he's really hoping for that sweep.
Might be.
And then Saturday, NBA game, I like the Knicks plus 3.5 over the Heat, and the over the 208.5 in that game. I think that's going to be another barn burner game like the first 2 were. But the Heat showed me something the other night without Butler. They played well without Butler. Knicks ended up winning the game, but I mean Heat was there the whole game. But I think they're going to wear out. I think they depend too much on they're going to be depending too much on the one guy scoring. That if he has an off game, it's just they have less room for air. They don't have a whole lot of room for air.
Is Butler going to be back the next game? Or
I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be back. I would say he's probably going to try to play next game, but especially since they lost that last game and you're tied 1-1, and now you're going what? You're going to Miami now, right?
Yeah.
Because the Knicks was the better seed the first 2 games in New York. So now you're going to Miami. I think he plays this game because you want to try to win that first game in Miami. Good game for the Knicks because Knicks like to get the home court back.
I honestly thought the Knicks kind of choked that first game. I thought they really should have won that game.
Yeah,
they kind of down the end.
Yeah, Glenn Hero's out. Oladipo's out. They then now you got Butler hurting as well. Yeah, he have a lot of injuries. That's why I took the Knicks to begin with before the series started. And then I'll be honest with you, I was kind of surprised that he got out made it out of the first round. I didn't think they would beat the Bucks. I don't think hardly anybody did when that series started. And then one other thing I did work up some picks on. Saturday night, you got big UFC. He drives me nuts with that door sometimes. He usually waits till I sit down and then opens it every time.
That's Pablo.
That was Pablo that time?
Yeah. Scrappy came back in. She was yelling, so Scrappy came in. He said, hell with that. And Pablo's been in and out 3 times since then.
He's trying to figure out where the hell he wants to go.
Too worried about what's going on.
But you have UFC 288 Saturday night. Few picks up that I like real quick. On the prelims, in the main event of the prelims, you have Drew Dober versus Matt Frevola. Dober's a minus 225 favorite. Frevola's a plus 172 underdog. I like Frevola. He's going to be fighting in his hometown of New Jersey. I like what he showed in the fights I've seen him in. So I like Frevola at the plus 172. I think you're getting good value. You're getting my plus money. On the main card for UFC 288, first fight I like is Crone Gracie against Charles Jourdain. Gracie's a plus 148 underdog. Jordane's a minus 192 favorite. I like Gracie in this fight. I think Gracie's going to be able. Only thing that worries me a little bit about Gracie is Gracie has not fought in like 3 years. So that worries me a little bit. But I think Gracie gets this fight to the ground and has a good chance of submitting Jordane.
I like Gracie too.
And then the other fights I like on the main card: Gilbert Burns against Belal Muhammad. Burns is a minus 132 favorite. Muhammad's a plus 104 underdog. I think the winner of this fight is going to get a title shot. I like Burns to win this fight. He did take this fight on short notice. Hell, he just fought a few weeks ago against Masvidal and beat Masvidal. So he's coming on short notice. But winner of this fight will gets a title fight. Muhammad's tough. I think it's going to be a good fight, but I think Burns comes out victorious. And then the main event, you have Henry Cejudo against Aljamain Sterling. Sterling's the champion. Sterling's minus 111. Cejudo's minus 115. So the sports books has this as basically a pick 'em. I think Cejudo wins this fight. If there's one worry I have in this is that Cejudo's been retired for 3 years, so he hasn't fought. Just have maybe a little cage rust or ring rust or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. But Cejudo's he's a top level athlete. He's Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. He was a 2-division champion in UFC. I mean, been one of the better fighters in the history of the UFC. So I think Cejudo shows up ready to go. I don't think he'd have came back if he didn't think he was ready. So I like Cejudo at the minus 115. So my UFC picks for UFC 288: Frivola plus 172, Gracie plus 148, Burns minus 132, and Cejudo at the minus 115.
Yeah, Billy, I wish I was riding that horse. I'd like that payday.
Lord Miles.
I did want to ask you about another fight on there. The Lopes fight, the featherweight fight, the Movazar Evo. I can't pronounce it, Chris. EVLOEV. He's 16-0 taking on Lopes.
Is that on the prelims?
No, that's on the main card.
On the main card?
Well, what I'm showing.
Okay, featherweight. I don't even see that. I wonder if that got canceled. Hold on, let me.
Yes,
it got canceled.
Well, no. He was supposed to take on Mitchell. That got canceled, and so now he's taking on Lopes.
So it's not even showing it on the. Let me see if I'm. Yeah, it's not even showing it on FanDuel yet. So maybe that just happened because right now they're only showing 4 fights on the main card on FanDuel.
Yeah, there's something else changed, but according to what I'm on,
they're not showing that fight on the prelims. So
see, we're supposed to get Olivier,
but I like
was supposed to fight.
But I like Movazar Evelev to
beat Lopes, especially since Lopes coming in. I mean,
yeah, he was supposed to fight Mitchell. I wonder what happened to Mitchell on here. But yeah, they're not even showing that fight on here right now. That fight might just got added. Because they're not showing it on the prelims or the main card on the FanDuel.
So Muhammad's pretty good, huh? I don't think I've seen him.
Yeah,
I've seen Burns quite a bit.
I think you see.
I may have.
I think you've seen him before.
I'm gonna go with Gracie, Cejudo, and Burns also.
I'm seeing if they've changed it on this card over here yet. No, they haven't shown it on FanDuel yet. But I don't know, but I think it's going to be a good card. And honestly,
that's from UFC.
We should get
too. So
we'll probably get to see some of it.
We should get to see at least the last fight.
Maybe a little more. That
we don't have to do. I mean, we don't have anything we have to do. So
we don't have
it's supposed to end about 10. So we should get home by 11:30. So we might get to see a couple fights. Yep. Maybe the last 2.
At least, yeah, I'd like to see if we get to see the last 2. That'd be awesome. Yep. The last one I really want to see because I've always been a big Cejudo.
You know what?
I've been a Cejudo fan since he won the Olympics when he was like 18. And a lot of people forget this. He won the Olympics when he was like 18 years old.
Speaking of that,
he didn't wrestle in college. He went from high school straight to training for the Olympics.
Not necessarily picks because it's you don't really do sports picks on this. What do you think is going to happen with WWE Saturday night? What do you think with Lesnar and Cody Rhodes?
I forgot that was even this weekend with everything we have going on. I forgot that was this weekend as well.
Yeah,
so
they got a sold out show.
You have that
tonight, Puerto Rico, and a sold out show Saturday.
So you have that tomorrow or Saturday. You have UFC Saturday, NBA. There's a lot of stuff going on Saturday. Kentucky Derby Saturday.
I'm planning on watching the replay Sunday night.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think. See, is Sami Zayn and them? That's a 6-man tag. So the belts aren't on the line for that.
Nope.
No. Are the belts on? Are they wrestling tonight? They're not putting the belts on the line if they wrestle tonight.
No, they wrestled. That was last week, and they beat him.
Yeah,
they beat him.
Yeah,
Sami Zayn beat them. So
and not tonight. It'd be tomorrow night. Today's only Thursday.
Yeah, I'm thinking Friday too. But Friday night they got a sold out show, SmackDown, and then Saturday they got that sold out show.
Glenn says Brock wins.
I do too. I think Brock wins too because
I think Brock wins as well.
Because I seen an interview with Cody, and Cody said I have to win. It's a must win because if I lose, I go to the back of the line. And they're telling the story for him to come from the bottom, hard times. So I think Brock's going to beat him. I think he will beat Brock eventually, but I don't.
Well, I told you a couple weeks ago I thought Brock would win this one because I thought they were going to have 2 or 3 matches between them.
Yep, I agree. And I did hear something today. I said they're saying that Roman Reigns is going to be at Money in the Bank. And the other day when Paul Heyman came out and Triple H had that new belt, Heyman was looking at that belt. Surely they're not going to have Roman Reigns.
I wouldn't think so because
getting the Money in the Bank, win that, and then end up taking that damn title too.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, they'd get a lot of heat.
The rumor is,
especially the way Triple H cut that promo about having a champion that's going to wrestle all the time.
Yeah.
So if that does happen, man, it'll get a lot of heat.
It could build a story. And the rumor is Drew McIntyre's turning heel, and it's going to be the championship match is going to come out at Night of Champions, and it's going to be Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the championship. That's the rumor.
Yeah, and I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine if they put the belt on McIntyre because I still think he deserves another big title run because he carried the company during the pandemic, one of the hardest damn time, with no fans. I think he deserves to have that moment with fans.
I agree with that too, and also the other guy's been a MVP for him is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
All the stuff he's put Cody over. He's put he's been an MVP for him also. But I agree with you about Drew.
Yeah, Rollins is awesome.
But they might do something like that. They might have because it was weird the way Paul came out and was looking at that belt. And everything, and now they're saying he's going to be he could win that Money in the Bank, take that damn belt too, and people will go berserk.
Glenn said I'd laugh if that happens.
People's heads would explode.
Oh, people go. Oh, he get a lot of heat. People will go crazy.
I don't know if they get Dom heat though, man. Dom's got more heat than anybody I've seen in a long, long time. And people said,
did you hear me yesterday when we were the afternoon show when we were talking about Mahomes' brother going to prison?
Yeah, going good, Dom.
I thought we better get with Dom, learn how to survive on the yard. Frankie started cracking up.
Yeah, people are talking because he got so much heat the other night, and people say, "Oh, they piped that in." They didn't pipe it in. And then the other thing, somebody got on and said, "Look, I was at the house show the night before, and with his phone recorded, and it was nuts." And that was at a house show.
Hey. Prison changes a man.
That's right, man. Dom is probably he might be the most booze than anybody.
Right? And Corey Graves is awesome on the commentary when it comes to Dom.
Yeah,
he kills me with dirty Dom and prison changes a man and all that stuff. Yeah. I think Bad Bunny and Priest will be good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good. It's going to be a good show. I mean, I think it's going to be good. I think the LWO thing is. I know they're not winning a lot of matches, man, but I heard they're selling one of the top merchandise sellers. Man, it's going crazy. So,
hey, I'd like to get me one of them shirts.
Yeah, it was nuts. You need to go back and watch that the other night with Dom. It went on for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, man. That crowd.
Glenn said it was so loud it probably blew the speaker out in that phone.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy.
Oh yeah, I bet. I didn't see that. I watched. I think. Oh, Glenn says Priest and Bad Bunny is going to be one of the stills of the show,
Oh yeah,
or be the one that stills the show.
I think you're maybe right. I think the Brock thing could be. Hey, don't be shocked if Brock don't go out there and crush him. How he crushed Cena.
Yep.
It's not impossible.
I think I think that 6-man tag is going to be real good too.
Oh yeah.
I saw some people yesterday. We'll talk real quick, saying that WWE's ratings are going down because they took the belts off the Usos and put them on mid carders, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If you think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are mid carders, you don't watch wrestling. You're just a hater. If you watch wrestling and you really believe them two are mid carders, there's something. I mean, there's something wrong with you.
Their sales are up across the board everywhere. Every arena they're going to. If you go by where they were a year ago, they're selling more tickets than they've sold in a long time. They're on the uptick. Things are going very well.
They were saying they're running the show because they put the tag team titles on mid carders. Them two aren't mid carders.
What I'm excited for is they've had the.
Now at this point, will Sami Zayn used to be a mid carder? Yeah, you can make the argument that that's where he fell in the card, but talent wise, he's great. They said he was trash. They said Sami Zayn is trash in the ring.
Shit, Sami Zayn's good in the ring. I tell you, I was going to ask you guys about this. A guy made, and I want to ask Marcus to this, but I'll ask Glenn this because he's a big wrestling fan. A guy made a comparison of himself, and I'm not saying he's not good because I thought he did pretty good. Diamond Dallas Page compared himself to Sami Zayn. He said, I see a lot of Sami Zayn. He's a lot like, I think was very similar with how we kind of took over wrestling. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. He got pretty popular there at WCW at one time.
If you want to go by how he got popular and I can see maybe, but not if you're trying to talk about in-ring work, ain't close.
No.
Sami Zayn's way better than DDP in the ring.
Yeah. Diamond had a good character.
Yeah.
But yeah, he kind of compared, and he got hot. He did get hot.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know, man.
I don't know if he got as hot as Sammy's got.
He got pretty hot there with NWO and Savage. I'd have to go back and watch it.
You know, he got hot, but if you should go by like in-ring work, I don't think it's close, but he did get hot. Yeah, Glenn, you're right. Said haters mentality that talking about Zayn and Owens.
Yeah.
They said their feud in Ring of Honor was stuff of ages.
Yeah. Oh, they're both great wrestlers, and they're not your typical looking wrestlers.
But yeah, I was reading that last night. And they said that WWE's losing ratings because they put mid carders as a tag team champions. That they need to put the belts back on real wrestlers, the Usos. I'm thinking, hey, the Usos are good, but it ain't like the Usos. Yeah, but Sammy and Owens aren't mid carders.
No, not at all.
Especially not at this point, the way they've been with the storylines they've been in and stuff. But hey, how's it going, Hypocrisy Jones? But before we do get ready to get out of here for today, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. One thing I got to give AEW credit for, man, I think they've sold like 45,000 tickets already for that show over in AEW.
Oh yeah,
over in England. Yeah, about 45,000.
I figured they would do good.
Yeah, and I mean, anytime. Well, first of all, I didn't know this, but Wembley wanted that last event WWE put on, and they went to Cardiff instead. And so they wanted a show, and AEW, they love wrestling over there.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't get me wrong, but that was a very smart move by AEW to go over there. But and I think it's big for them. But people are saying, man, this is the greatest thing. It's not going to fix stuff. They got to fix the creative.
Let's see what
he needs to step away. He owns the place. in a way. Yeah, you can't disagree with that to a certain extent.
Yeah,
I mean, because Roman is the man. A lot of people hate that, but I think it's great. I mean, I think
if what you said happens and he does get that new belt, people will go crazy.
I'm telling you, it wouldn't shock me because I heard he's going to be at the Money in the Bank, and the way Paul Heyman, I'm telling you, the way he was looking at that belt. It wouldn't shock me if they don't put him in that. He gets himself in that match and he ends up taking that belt. It wouldn't shock me at all.
Parker said, I love it.
And if he takes that belt, that would just make that. And if they're trying to bring Cody from underneath and they have Brock squash Cody or beat Cody and then make him come from underneath, it's just building another story. But that's another thing. Triple H, I heard, is now all the Vince stories are over and he's starting 100% fresh. So it's going to be all his stories. So it's going to be interesting.
Hawkersy says, can't wait for him to pass Hogan's record of 1,400 days.
I think he's going to do it.
Oh, yeah. I think he's going to have it till at least next WrestleMania.
I do too.
At the very least. All right. Before we get out of here for today, remember, no show tomorrow. No sports betting show tomorrow because we will be at Comic-Con with WCW Wrestling. We'll be doing three wrestling shows tomorrow, 4 wrestling shows on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. So a total of nine shows over this weekend. We're going to be doing commentary with WCWO. So be on the lookout for those. Don't know if we'll be live or not yet. If we're not live, we'll be airing the shows probably starting maybe Monday or Tuesday. We'll air them next week. But he announced some of the shows last night on an interview. Some of the matches of actually at least one match for all 9 shows on our interview with Joey last night. So if you missed that interview, make sure you go check that out. It's always a great time talking to JKO.
Yep, in your house.
Let's see. Mike says, I miss you, Gonzo. Billy, drive safe. Have a great time. Thanks. Yes, and make sure you check out, like Parker's saying here, in your house. They do their Friday night lives.
Yep.
I think it's Wednesdays and Fridays they do their lives.
I try to check it out when I can.
Make sure you check out the in your house stuff. Team IYH. I know you can find them on Twitch, basically all social media. I know they're airing or doing their live stream on Twitch now as well. So make sure you go check it out.
Yeah, it's a great show, man. Great stuff.
And he says, yes, Wednesday and Friday. So, yeah, go check them out. Hollywood House and Hypocrisy Jones are killing it over there. They're both great. And they're both great dudes. And Hypocrisy, I know they have other shows. He has other shows to weekly plug and all that stuff. So make sure you go check them guys out. Mike said he didn't say it back. I'll go fuck myself. It's okay. Miss you too, Mike. Just been busy.
I don't miss you.
The Boxer Joe says, "Thank you all. No problem, man. I want to see all of us keep growing. You guys do great work over there.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna go through my picks one more time real quick before we get out of here. My picks are 263 and 214 on the year. For tonight, I have Warriors and Lakers over 227. Major League Baseball tonight, Mariners -1.5, Braves money line, and Blue Jays money line. For Friday night, NBA, I have Celtics -1.5 and the over the 214 in that game, and the Nuggets +4. NBA Saturday night, Knicks +3.5 and the over the 208.5. And in UFC Saturday night, I have Frivola +172, Gracie at the +148, Burns -132, and I have Cejudo at -115.
Real quick, Mr. Jones, hey, I know you got a lot of things going on, but I miss you not doing the wrestling. I hope you get back in it eventually. And I definitely miss you in Kokomo. It's not the same.
Oh, yeah, that's actually is true. 100% true.
And don't get me wrong, Kokomo's still putting on some good shows. I'm not putting them down anyway. I don't want anybody to think that. But you are sorely missed there.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I agree 100%. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. That's where we post all the different information about all of our shows. So go check us out on social media. Like I said, we'll be at Comic-Con this weekend. Next Saturday, May 13th, we have the DCCW Bearcat Rumble 3. fundraisers to support the Muncie Wrestling Club, Muncie Central High School Wrestling, and the Kids Club. They're going to have half the show is going to be cage matches.
It's going to be
have some micro wrestlers. It's going to be an awesome show, and it's for a great cause. All the proceeds go to the wrestling club to help out the kids. So if you can make it to Muncie, Indiana next Saturday, May 13th, come check it out. Doors open at 5. Bell times at 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be live streaming that show at 6 next Saturday night as well on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So make sure you join us for that. And then we'll be back on Monday with our regular lineup of shows.
If you survive.
So yeah, so we won't be doing our daily shows tomorrow because we'll be at the wrestling, but we will be back on Monday. And I actually think we're probably going to air a wrestling show Monday night. But we will let you guys. I'll get graphics out about that. We're kind of getting the next week's schedule all put together. Trying to get a couple interviews set up next week for with Ladies Man Mike King and maybe Coach Bradley and some of the other people involved in this fundraiser for the Central Wrestling Club next week. So hopefully all that all works out. Thanks for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on Monday for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and see you guys on Monday.